One of the most important lessons you can learn if you're going through struggle is to focus on networking and building strong relationships. And if you use our daily journal, which I have here is the Earning Freedom Journal 2021, you can get it right from our website. You are going to learn how those skills really empowered me while I climbed through 9,500 days in prison. I really encourage anybody who is going through a challenge to use these techniques to open new relationships, because those new relationships can make all the difference in the world. Not only did they help me while I was serving my sentence in prisons of high security, medium security, low security, minimum security, then on halfway house, then on home confinement, they've allowed me to build a number of business opportunities since I have come home. But it all starts with the decisions you're making today. It all starts with adhering to that very principled path that we have spoken about, which is in order to overcome a struggle, you've got to focus on the best possible outcome. You've got to define success. Once you've defined success, you've got to use what I call our three-part strategy, where first you've got to document that strategy so the world knows why and what you're doing. And so that when you become successful, you can show it wasn't an accident, but rather it was something that you documented. Then you need the second prong, which is to develop your tools, tactics, and resources that will help you execute on your strategy. And then finally, you've got to hold yourself accountable every single day, which again harkens back to the need for a daily journal. Now, I want to show you in real time how that helped me. And so, but before I get there, I want to bring up my daily journal example, which are the actual pages from in here. And you can see that what I used to do while I was inside is I would write the day of the year, I would write the date, I would write the days remaining, and I'm just going to read the synopsis, right? Networking is an investment in your future. It doesn't matter if you're in a difficult situation like a prison or if you're living with any type of struggle. By building strong relationships with influential people, a person creates more value. Strive to bring more people into your life that share the same values and goals as you. This networking strategy will open new opportunities to help you climb from struggle to prosperity. Now, I've written of course, in this book, Earning Freedom, all of the ways that I did that while I was incarcerated. And if you're going through these courses in jails or prisons, you've probably had access to some of my courses, whether it's the Straight A Guide program, the Mastermind program, the Earning Freedom program, Success After Prison program. There's so many of them, but they're all authentic. I never ask anybody to do anything that I didn't do. And that's why I'm just kind of scrolling through this daily journal here so that you can see the lesson, just in case you don't have access to the paperback book. But where I use this every day, I will show you. So like yesterday, if you saw my video from yesterday, you know I spoke about a friend of mine, Greg Reyes, who used to be the CEO of a big company, and he got a pardon by the president yesterday. Well, after publishing that video, I received this email from a guy named Phil. And it says, Michael, after I sent the email yesterday, I found your YouTube video. I'm really blown away by all the initiatives you have, and I would like to explore if I can help you with some part of your marketing. I specialize in sales funnels and lead generation. Here is my profile. You can click on there and see his profile. I'll pull it up. There is a show of how he gets work. He charges $127 an hour. Okay, so if you learn these skills, you can see it's pretty lucrative. And he says, here's my Upwork profile. For sure, I can learn a lot from you on the entire inmate returning citizen landscape. And if I can help you with anything, it would be rewarding. Then he writes, your story of running marathons in closed spaces is just crazy, but warrants a lot of respect. Let me know when we can talk so I can learn about your marketing initiatives and explore if I can help you with anything. This is very simple and basic networking. I really just started communicating with this fella through email, but as a result of these conversations, I'm now going to give him an opportunity to earn an income with me, but I'm also hoping that he can help to expand our business. And we had a conversation today, and during the conversation before I called, you see it's now 7:04. I started this call at 7, but I received the first email from him at, you can see at 5:30. Right away, I wrote back at 5:43 in the morning. I've been working here at my desk since 3:30 in the morning. So it's that authenticity that shows people I'm for real. That's an important element to building a networking technique. You've got to demonstrate that you're not pretending, you're focused, and you know what you're working on. And the daily journal can help you do that. If you can go through prison and record every single day what you're doing, how you're building, you're going to find more people who are willing to work with you. That's one of the techniques that has always worked for me, is documenting the journey, being authentic. Because if we're authentic, people want to invest with you. If you've gone through our Straight A Guide program, you know there's 10 modules. The first module is you've got to define success. The second module is you've got to set the very clear, specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, time-bound goals. So module 1, define success. Module 2, set the goals. Module 3, you got to have the right attitude. If you don't have the right attitude, nothing matters. And the right attitude is 100% commitment to success as you've defined by your values and the goals. Then you go to number 4, which is you've got to have an aspiration. I always saw myself as getting out of prison and being successful. That's what I want you to do. Regardless of what challenge or struggle you're going through now, start building a pathway to success. 5, you've got to take action, incremental action steps. Every day, knowing the books that you read today are going to influence the paragraphs that you're going to be able to write, knowing that the paragraphs you write are going to influence the relationships you open, and those relationships are going to open opportunities. You see how networking is all together. Then it's hold yourself accountable. I hold myself accountable, and I show you how I hold myself accountable by giving away massive amounts of free content. I've been doing that for years. In fact, if you look back at my page here, I can take you to a YouTube page, because if you're in prison, you can't see it. But if you look at my YouTube page, right here, YouTube channel, you can see, go to videos, right? And I can go to sort by oldest, okay? And you can see I've been building videos since the day I got out of prison, right? If I click this one, I'm in a halfway house. I didn't even know how to make a video, but that was filmed on September the 1st, 2012. I was still in a halfway house when I filmed that video, and yet I documented my entire journey of going, preparing myself, of re-entering into society. What is it like? Whether it was me speaking at Berkeley on February of 2013, so about 6 months after I got out, and you can kind of see if I scroll through there, speaking in front of an audience of 1,000 people or so, and documenting what it's like. So, you know, all of this is really, really authentic. And because I have 800 videos on here of showing people how I built businesses and what the journey was like, more people have come into my life. That's what I want you to be doing, is thinking about the success that you want to build. Even if you're going into the system, even if you're at the lowest part of your life, you've got to be thinking about your future. So accountability is important. That's what that shows. This next one is awareness. The more you keep your head in the game of what you're doing and what you have to do, you can find opportunities that are available for you to seize. If you're in struggle, what books are you reading? Who are the people with whom you're associating? What are you doing today? And, simultaneously, when you're doing that, the world becomes aware of you. And that's how you build your network. Other people say, wow, this dude's really for real. And if you read it in my book, you'll see how I used that in prison to create opportunities while I was incarcerated. It led to me publishing books. It led to me developing income opportunities. It even led to me getting married when I was in my 16th year of a prison sentence. And it led to me opening relationships with numerous people that later became business partners of mine in my future. So that's accountability. Then you've got to develop that CEO mindset, which is what I've spoken with you about before. You have got to develop your tools, tactics, and resources. You got to document your strategy. You got to execute every day. Next module in the course is you've got to celebrate every achievement, and then finally express your gratitude and appreciation for the blessings that have come your way. That's the cycle, right? That's the cycle that leads you to succeed. So my recommendation is, regardless of what you're going through right now, start thinking about the network that you are going to build, because that network will have an enormous influence. As a result of me adhering to that path while I was still locked inside of federal prisons, I've done millions of dollars in business since I've come home. I'm now in my, I sometimes lose track because I did my last year in a halfway house, but I transferred from prison to a halfway house in 2012, and I finished my sentence in 2013. So I'm like 7.5 years home from prison, and I'm always building these relationships. I'm always looking for new opportunities. And here's a funny thing. When I was talking with Phil before I made this video, and I told him I was going to make this video and talk about him, he told me, oh, it's not about the money. I just want to help you. And my response is always, well, I don't understand that. Why isn't it about the money? Because everything needs to be about the money. The reality is that it costs a lot of money to live in society. It costs me thousands of dollars a month in marketing to spend money on Facebook. It costs me tens of thousands of dollars a month to live. It costs me tens of thousands of dollars a month to pay all of the people that work with me, whether it's lawyers or accountants or real estate deals or whatever. It's always about the money. Don't ever think it's not about the money. So how do you get yourself in a position to be ready for the money? How do you get yourself in a position that you're not dependent on the government or on somebody else to open opportunities for you? You've got to be in the position that says, I'm going to articulate my own success. I'm going to restore my confidence. I'm going to be the guy that makes things happen and doesn't wait for things to happen for me. If you want to do that, stay on this path, get yourself the daily journal, and learn how to do it. Not from somebody who talks about it, but somebody who is just like you, somebody who has actually done it. I am Michael Santos with Prison Professors, and everyone on our team is about really overcoming the challenges of struggle. So I encourage you to visit us at prisonprofessors.com or visit us at Compliance Mitigation, our new course program that we're creating for business owners and leaders, and learn the strategies to avoid problems with the law or overcome problems with the law, but to be successful. We want you to be the CEO of your own life. And if you're watching this in prison, we're giving you the tools through this course. If you are outside, I do ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel or our iTunes program, because I never ask anybody to do anything that I don't do. You can see I'm 100% authentic. It's now 7:12 in the morning, and it's time for both of us to get to work.